Hello, Internet world. Another episode of Shakedown News Live. We are here on Saturday afternoon from back to the headquarters. I know last week you saw me on that gorgeous set that DJE built for me and over at DJE headquarters for the So Over COVID Fest. But I'm back. I'm back in the office and feels good to be back at home. The world is finally normalizing a little bit, but not really. It's getting crazy out there. Today we launched a rocket into space, which is really cool. I was so stoked to watch that. SpaceX launch. Although every time they said Bob and Doug, I kept wanting to say Yo Hoser from the Great White North. Anybody over 35 probably knows that. But anyway, if you don't know Great White North, go watch Great White North. Bob and Doug McKenzie, Rick Moranis. I want to share with you something I'm really excited about. I just redid Shakedown News. And if you haven't been to the website lately, it's got a whole new look. It looks super cool. I've added some new things. I'm about to do a little bit more tweaking. But if you haven't been over to the website lately, it's got a fresh new look. So for those of you who haven't been there lately, there it is. And thanks for those who have. That is that. So coming up next week, this past week was kind of crazy with the holiday. And coming off of I did So Over COVID Music Fest this week, and I did the Hermosa Spring Fest live in Hermosa Beach. So I was busy last week, which was crazy. So I didn't get to watch a lot of the streams. But coming up, I know Fish and Dead Company are both doing Gorge shows this week. And if you've never been to the Gorge in George Washington, it's one of those, should be a bucket list venue for you because it's a beautiful venue. It's one of the greatest places on the planet to see a show. On tomorrow night, I'm kind of stoked. There's a couple things happening that I think are going to be really cool. If you have Epix, 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 it's a cable channel. They're running a 2-week, two episode series called Laurel Canyon about the 60s and 70s music scene in LA that happened around Laurel Canyon. There's a story up on Shakedown about it if you want to know more about it. It looks really cool. So if you're into that kind of stuff, I'm definitely going to watch. But also tomorrow, Phil and Bobby with Trey Anastasio from Fish and Wally Ingram, that's Phil Lesh and Bob Weir, the duo show, will air on Sunday, streaming somewhere, probably YouTube and all the respective places. But last week, my buddy Spafford, who I say my buddies because I've known Brian for a long time, but Spafford did one of the first concerts in America, at least in the jam scene, from a drive-in movie theater. If you didn't watch it, it was really super cool. They built a stage and they had reverse-facing screens, so parking lot here, could watch the show. And they kept their social distancing. They sold it out. It was amazing. I believe it's still available on the YouTube for your viewing. Listen to me, I'm old. The YouTube. YouTube for viewing. But if you don't know Spafford, they're a great band from Phoenix, and they did it live in Mesa, Arizona. Today they're running The Quarantine Comes Alive, and hopefully if you were watching that, you came over for a brief hour to watch me and my guest today, which is my brothers from another mother from the South Bay. I'm gonna bring them in right now. The Barley. What's up, guys? Unmute your mic.
I gotta unmute.
There you go.
Unmuted.
I have.
Party people.
there's three of you here. So that's less than half of Barley.
No, we're all here.
Barely Barley.
Yeah. For those out of curiosity, normally this is the moment of the show where I throw it to Nate Lapointe for a song. Who Nate is in Barley, but Nate had other obligations he had to take care of today, and he can't be with us. So we've got the rest of, or most of the rest of Barley. We've got Saxy, the sax, or Steven, the sax player, Jason Carver.
Steven's not a name.
Guitar and founder and songwriter, and Russ Gilbert, the man who tickles the ivories. And I think Brent's around there somewhere, right?
Brent's over here working.
Right on.
He's going at the brewery, but he'll be over to play some music in a few.
Jason is hanging out at Project Barley in Lomita, the brewing company that Brent started. And you got a few people. There's some people. Hey, people. Which is officially open again today, yeah?
Yeah, I'll let Brent talk about that.
Right on, but we'll get that later. But
I'll tell you the deets.
The real reason we're here to talk, and we will listen to it later after we talk a little bit, is the new single that just dropped yesterday, "Rollin' Bones," off of your upcoming album, Americana. Pacificana, excuse me. God, I was Pacificana. I was, for some reason, what was going through my head was.
Well, that's the point. You got it.
The Blink 182, right? Welcome to Americana.
Yes. Yes. West Coast Americana, right? Pacificana. That's the whole deal.
Is that the whole deal? Is that what it's all about?
The whole deal.
Right. Now,
West Coast flavor, little beach, little rock, little reggae, little country.
Yeah. I've always described you guys as the penultimate beach rock South Bay sound. Like, you're a little bit of Tom Petty, but how do you describe it?
That's about it, man. That's what we were going for. It's like a real big mixture of all of our influences. We got Big Rush Head over here. We got Jay with the real, down home acoustic style stuff. I got my rock influences, and Saxy and Russ. Everyone brings a different influence into the band, and I think that's the whole deal. And I think with this last album, or this album that is about to come out, we've kind of nailed that sound, kind of nailed it down. What is us? So that feels really good. We've been working hard for 10 years, and it feels good to get to this point where, you can really hear what Barley is, I think, on this last album, or this new album.
Right. And this is what, number 4?
This is our 4th album, yeah.
Right.
Yep. So, it's a lot of live shows, a lot of playing together, a lot of writing, and then we've got to this. So we're really excited. And even the old songs have taken on the flavor of the new album, which is exciting. Like, we've really found our lineup, the way that our sound with the 2 electric guitars, with acoustic guitar in the middle, big keys, big horn, big sax, lots of vocals, bass and drums, and
because you're a big band. For those who don't know, you're 7 pieces sometimes.
8. We're 8 pieces now.
Pieces.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've got sax, you've got keys, you've got 3 guitars, you've got bass, you've got drums. You got Brent on lead and
trumpet.
On trumpet. That's a big sound.
There he is. Yeah, so we can really ramp up those electric guitars and the organ and big sax solos, and then really bring it back down to just the acoustic guitar and the vocals and the piano. That's the whole deal, to hit that full spectrum of what we've been doing the last 10 years. So.
Right on. 10 years. It's hard to believe it's been 10 years.
It's hard to believe, yeah.
Right.
That's what it takes, right? That's what they say. 10 years to the lost 10 years that nobody knows about before your band becomes famous, right? That's what happens. I'm not an expert, but
I remember one time somebody said the musician is the job you have for 10 years before you actually get paid.
Yes.
And it's true. I mean, if you can get over that 10-year hump and keep it rolling, so many bands hit that mark and it's a brick wall. And you guys are pushing on and keeping it going in the middle of a pandemic.
Yeah, well, it's forcing people to become more creative and figure out a way to be together when they're apart. And it's been actually really fun learning experience for all of us. As terrible as the situation was and is, it's kind of forced us to do things out of our comfort zone and learn different skills. And being a large band, we all have a different skill set, which has been super helpful. with Russ handling the streaming stuff, and us figuring out our video and audio situations. And it's the practice. You just got to keep it. The hours you put in mixing, the hours you put in playing. That's what makes it better.
And what am I good at, Jason?
Oh, you're here?
Oh, yes. What's my special skill?
Don't put me on the spot like that, Saxy.
Oh, Russ. And
only some of our female fans know the answer to that question.
Yeah, I don't think we're allowed to talk about that on the podcast. So.
Well,
you walked into that one, Saxy. You walked into that.
No.
We're on the internet. We're all friends.
We're on a delay.
Yeah.
No.
Prime time.
No. That's for the after hours show, the late night after dark show.
Subscribers only.
Now, when Steven and I were talking in the green room before the show, and he had mentioned we were talking about content and what this has done, being not being able to go out and play live and all that. It's basically given you guys an opportunity to create more online content, like your videos, like your Barleywood squares, and then before that you did the Barley bunch, right? I mean, you guys have created some really creative content over the last 6 weeks that is kind of different than whatever everybody's doing, like here's my acoustic show from my, not to knock on Nate because his show's amazing, but like here's my improvised version of a live show from my living room with the cat and dog running around and the
that's the charm.
It is charming, but Russ, you have created some really cool shit coming out
Russ
of this.
Gilbert.
Russ Gilbert. So you want to talk about some of that?
Sure. I mean, I guess it's where the gig energy has been going is really the best way to put it. It's usually I play out once or twice a week. Barley's once or twice a month. And now I'm not really doing that so much because all the places that I play are closed, and everyone's afraid they'll get sick if you go there. So that's left a lot of creative energy. I also I had decked out my home studio with the idea that when we get to, we knew we were going to close down. When we closed down, I'd be able to create a lot of music at home, and then just the eve that we were about to close California, I realized that I might not be able to hop on the plane if anything happened to my parents in Ohio. So I threw Sarah and the cat in the car, and we drove for 4 days, and I came to Cincinnati with just a crappy little MIDI controller.
That's called kidnapping, by the way.
Yeah, well, she's better now. Maybe a little bit of Stockholm syndrome, but she's generally doing pretty well. But so my ability to produce music and even record it here is very limited. So I had to put that energy into something. And so that's where you end up with something like Barleywood Squares or the Barley Bunch. And then everybody's got a little bit of spare time. One of the cool things about, probably the only cool thing about right now is that when you say, hey, I've got this wacky idea, you want to try it? Everyone's like, yeah, sure. Why not? Like, no one's like, oh man, I'll have to find a sitter because everybody's home.
Right.
Yeah. So it's just been kind of piecing it together the same as I did my stage rig. This point, I basically own a small TV station that just lives in the cloud. And then, all of the technology right now is also everyone's pushing, whether it's Zoom or it's StreamYard or it's whoever. Like, they're just things that are suddenly possible that have never really been possible before. And other than music, media has always been my passion. So,
right.
That's where you get it.
Well, I had a vision many, many years ago of this, doing what we're doing right now for Shakedown News. And up until recently, the technology was few and far between, and if it was available, it was very expensive. So the one good thing about this pandemic is made a lot of us technologically aware of what's available now, which is cool, because I've never been, I've always been somewhat of a embracer of new technology. We'd never an understander of it. It's made me understand it a lot more than I had in the past.
Yeah,
for sure. Well,
no,
go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was going to say this is the first time I've really seen StreamYard. It's come a long way since the first kind of overview I got of it just 6 months ago. This four-way split wouldn't have even been possible the first time I saw it.
Yeah, and I can throw you around and
Whoa!
hey, whoa, hey, I can make us big.
Damn, drinking.
Star Trek, like
I can say, but I can get rid of all of you. I can make Russ all by himself. Hey, Russ.
where are you guys?
Yeah, there we are. That was one of the funniest promos when you tune in. This is like, unless you saw it, you don't get the joke. But that was so funny when you just kind of come in. It's like, what? Where is everybody? Oh, I wish I had that queued up to play it, but I don't. But
Go look at our What's Up commercial on our YouTube channel.
there you
Yeah.
go. There you go. Barley is at youtube.com /Barley. Yeah.
Well, that actually we don't have a URL there yet. We have, if you go to I believe barleyhq.youtube.com, or you go to barleyhq.com,
There you go.
and there's a YouTube link under Connect on the right hand side or at the bottom.
Right on.
But yeah, you can get there and see see the commercials for Project Barley and all the quarantine videos that we've done, quarantunes, and all of our old videos too.
Speaking of that beautiful bean footage, do you mind if I play the Up North video that you guys released recently?
Let's do it. I need a
All right.
refill at the bar anyways.
There you go. Let me roll
good
that.
timing.
Let me roll that beautiful bean footage, and give me a second to pull it up here.
Well,
And oh no, shit!
hey, that's us in the
I
future. Not the past.
I shared the wrong freaking window. Hold on.
It's window and window and window.
And
Well,
I
hey,
haven't been-
before you
and I
play
haven't
that,
been back, I haven't been back to the bar. Go ahead, keep
hey,
talking.
can we give a quick shout out to Bill Palmentary? Him and Russ are doing this Hermosa1.com. You're involved in that a bunch, right, Russ? Yeah, that's
Say
just
that.
yeah. You started using the website, but it's just such a great community that they're doing over in Hermosa, and it's really cool. You can sense the growth and everyone coming together to make a better community. So I really like what's going on there, and I brought that up because Bill did a lot of the footage for Up North while we were on that trip. So big shout out to him. Thank you. And yeah.
I'm still looking. Give me a second.
Stall longer.
Stop. Stretch.
There. Oh, no,
Taxi, talk about something.
Something. No.
Sorry.
Well, this is the Up North video, yeah?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find.
Yeah. No, it's that's a favorite. Features the only split solo that I know of the band's ever done, a Saxy Nate split, which is pretty cool.
Unless Nate's not there, in which case you throw it to me with no warning.
Yes.
And I have to.
Go,
Yeah.
go.
This is one of the few songs compared to others where we actually know who's going to solo win.
That's every song. Let's not kid ourselves here.
Yeah, if you see us on stage before a song pointing, we're deciding who's doing what. Sometimes
Yeah.
during the song.
It's either that or pointing out who made a mistake. That's usually Jay's job, though.
If I turn around backwards and laugh loudly at Chris, you know he made a mistake.
Hey.
Okay, I think I found it.
Hey, here we go.
So here is Up North.
This one's called Up North.
I'll not forget her face, her beauty, all her grace. I drive 1,000 miles, never slowing down the pace. Just the wind and the radio, I swear I'm gonna hit the road. With the waves on my left, rolling straight up the coast. I'm gonna go up north. I'm gonna go up north. Gonna go up north, straight to San Francisco Bay. Girl up in Berkeley Square, blue eyes
go. That's a great video.
Awesome. Thanks, Billy.
Now, a huge chunk of that was from your trip to Cebu, right?
Yeah, that was the trip down south to Cebu.
Oh, wait, I thought the song was called Up North.
It is. That's the ironic part. You don't want to see the video going up north. It was not as much fun. There was a few of us drinking Cheetos and Tito's, which didn't end
A lot of
well.
battle damage.
It did not end well the next day.
A lot of battle damage.
Oh, that's the one.
Massive casualties
right?
among the crew.
Yeah, casualty. There's just people strewn everywhere. We lost somebody for a while. We all made it back home safely, but
You took a big party bus down.
we did take a party bus. It's South Bay Party Bus. The guys you recommended to me, Billy.
Oh, right, Kevin Wilkerson's bus.
Those guys have been so good to us. They've been every party bus we've done. They have the small bus and the big bus. So we've done it like 4 times now, I think. And every time they've been super great and it's been a blast. I think the first one was the whiskey where we had the short bus.
Yeah.
And that was good. And
then you did one to the Key Club, if I remember correctly.
we did the Toadwet Sprocket show, which actually before Russ was on the band, he was on that bus.
I was.
Cool little
I got
funny tidbit right there.
Who was?
Yep, I remember meeting Nate and Jay that night, and then the person that I was with, who was Jay's ex, got drunk and got in a fight with Jay, and then Nate had to explain to her that it was Jay's band and that if she didn't want to see Jay, she couldn't come to those. So, and,
Very typical of Jay. Jeez.
yes, that was my introduction to Nate and Jay, which
That dynamic duo right there.
Yeah, that's quite the duo. And neither one of us could join us today.
Yeah.
I said neither one of them could join us today.
Yeah.
That's
They're
that's
probably
all right.
together. I don't know.
I'm stoked to have you three with me, and there's a Brent around there. How's things going down at the Barley Project Barley?
Project Barley is going good. There's a few more customers coming in.
Very good.
Stats. Everyone's social distancing, making sure there's a. Oh, there they are waving. Yeah, what's up, bro?
Yeah.
Hey.
oh wait, they can't see me.
No.
Brent, Johnine, and Craig working the bar. Brent's a busy guy. He's going to come over here and give you guys an update for
Excellent.
Project Barley. But
Excellent. Well, the new single that just came out, "Rollin' Bones" off the new album Pacificana,
thank you, Saxon.
which is available on the YouTube or the iTunes and the Spotify and pretty much anywhere, as you said, anywhere you download or pirate music.
Anywhere. It actually will be on YouTube also. It's just not there yet. It takes a little while to propagate to every.
Oh, there you go. Download on you. Look at Saxy's window. Here, let me make that.
Actually, you are good at green screen.
I love a green screen.
That's your talent.
That's your
Make sure to
jam.
download it on more.
Download it on and more.
Yep. Brand new service.
Let me get rid of that logo so I can see your.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
Sorry.
Yeah. So you have no planned release date yet for the album. You said you're still working on it. Correct.
We are still working on it.
Yeah. Not in the not too distant future, I imagine.
I hope not. I mean, the mixes that I've heard, Jason's a little more intimately involved in the production process than I am, but the mixes that I heard sound really good. It's been an adventure. I've been on 1.5 Barley albums at this point. This being the one, and it was just an amazing experience, kind of building each song. Because it's not like we sit down and do music theory. We didn't. We did some basic charts, but Nate and Saxy are the only trained musicians among us, and so it was just kind of interesting where Jason did some rough demos. He worked with each of us kind of individually a little, and then we just started coming down and recording, and we're just kind of jamming it a little bit, and the arrangements sort of took shape. And then we went up to Ojai, and there were some mass casualties on that ride as well. We lost our engineer on the first day, and then we had a stomach flu that like ripped through the band. But by the time we got to the third day, the owner of the studio had come in because we had lost the engineer and his backup guy. The engineer had a personal thing happen, and then his backup guy got the stomach flu. So the owner came and mixed the final day. There was a point where Nate was down, and like we were just like we were like changing things so that like Nate could come back later and put some things in. Rusty Walters got it, who did some of the awesome slap bass you hear on the album. Like really gave us kind of a funk that the previous Barley albums don't have. But then just in the time since then, it's just been really cool listening to how everything takes shape and hearing just EQ changes can completely change the dynamic of the song.
Yeah.
And I would just say more than anything with all the work that John Baffa and Jason and everyone has been doing, the album sounds more like Barley than anything that I think has come out previous.
Excellent. I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah.
We can't wait to show you guys.
Tray. Right.
Yeah.
We're mixing up with the new TV tray now.
The new TV tray.
John's up in Ventura now.
Oh, right.
So yeah, for those that don't know, John Baffa has been our engineer, our extra guy. As I'm sure we'll talk about when we get into it, as Billy has been for us. He's been an extra guy in the band. John Baffa has been an extra guy in the band.
Our ninth.
And he, we've been working pretty hard, getting the mixes just right, like Russ said, and trying to find that sound, that thing. And that was, a lot of the pre-production we did, and then now the mixing. So, Saxy's jumped on board and been a part of that process. So me and him and John have calling it the Three Amigos mixes. We've been just hitting it hard and trying to get that mix right. So we found it with Rolling Bones. Now we're just trying to get everything else to that level where where we're happy.
Well, we will get to the single. We'll keep that anticipation building because we've reached the 4:00 hour, which is the time in the show when we drink.
Oh.
And today's show is brought to you by Jameson.
Nice.
I know, Jason. You're at the brewery where you can't, but you can have a beer with us.
I can have a beer with you. Yeah.
So everybody out there in Facebook and now YouTube land for the first time this week. Cheers, and have one. Jason, we'll have one of those together soon.
Yes.
So now that we've gone past the time where we drink, Brent's sitting there and I think he's got a break. So Brent, let's talk about Project Barley Brewery since we're talking about drinking. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. So I'm kind of really excited that we're bringing you in from the brewery. I'm gonna make you full screen so we can see the whole thing.
It's pretty cool. We were allowed to open today with limited capacity. There's a bunch of restrictions, but they're easy enough for us to, comply and still open up and make sure that everybody's socially distancing and being safe. So we got the news last night and we got all the regulations last night. So we've been here since about 7 this morning, getting everything dialed in and fixed up and cleaned and just making sure that we're complying with everything. So been running around like a madman trying to get all that stuff ready.
Excellent. And some people are coming in and ordering some beers. I've enjoyed your beers while we've been quarantined because Nate brought some down last weekend.
Nate brought a whole cooler full last time. People have been ordering. We didn't really want to put everything out on social media quite yet. Just kind of like texting people like, hey, this is what's going on. Just to make sure that we are in compliance with everything, which we are, but we just want to be super sure. So, we haven't really put it out on social media. So this, I guess, is our big announcement. Yeah.
Right. Yay. Go down to Lomita.
Yeah.
In just south. If you're in LA or anywhere between Long Beach and Los Angeles, head down to Lomita. You're right on PCH. Project Barley Brewing Company. It's great. I love all your the M's Day.
M Day, yeah.
M Day is probably my favorite, but that Deadhead Red's really good.
Yeah, that hasn't been on for a while, but yeah, it's a good one.
The Neverland IPA I know is very popular, which is a track off the new album.
That's right.
Yeah.
Is it on the new album?
It is.
The new version, yeah.
You don't know.
It's hard to keep track of everything.
It's hard to keep track.
So people can go to projectbarley.com and check out what's going on. And and
you can go to 4Packs online, and we've got delivery within a 10-mile radius. Or you can actually come in and sit at one of these fantastic tables with big open windows and drink up.
Wow, we are going to have to as soon as this kind of
come on up. Traffic's great.
Yeah, come back up, and maybe one of these weeks I'll come in and do a live show from the brewery.
For sure.
That would be a lot of fun.
That'd be great. We'll get you all set up.
Hell yeah. Now you do live music there normally, like you have.
Normally, yeah. One of the restrictions is that we can't quite yet.
Yeah.
So TBD on that, but I actually started building a cool backdrop that's in the works right now. But
I like it.
It's going to turn out pretty awesome. So we're stoked, doing little things here and there to just make it better.
Yeah. Now I gotta because we've known each other for a long time, and I clearly, and I remember a long time ago when this whole band started at Susie's in Hermosa Beach.
Yep.
And there's a story that I don't want to mess it up. You see, I gotta call myself. I don't want to mess it up.
We mess it up every time, whatever story it is. So
yeah, I know it gets better every time it gets told. But there's a story about how the band got its name, and it involves beer, which eventually, many years down the road, led to a brewing company.
Right.
Tell that story.
They wouldn't sell very much of that beer.
No, yeah, but I know, but I want to hear the story. Jason, you're part of that.
I am part of it.
Well, so
I love Red Dot.
Jason, the way I remember it, we were standing on the top of Mount Whitney. There was an eagle screaming.
I've never even been to Mount Whitney.
We were in inverted dive against it. No, I'm just kidding.
Finger.
Yeah. So Carver had a birthday, and I brewed this beer, and I call it Phenomenale, which is actually one of our beers here. And it was pretty phenomenal. It was one of the better beers that I had ever brewed, and Jason was lucky enough to taste it. And he said, "Hey, can you brew some beer for my birthday? It's coming up in a month or so." And I was like, "Yeah, sure."
This is before the band.
Well, yeah, this is before the band. So I brewed him some beer and brought it over and had my whole setup over there, and it was pretty much barely drinkable. And
barely drinkable.
It was barely drinkable. And
There's the punchline.
I think at that point, Jason said, "Is barley legal?" or somebody did. Yeah, I forget who, but
that's where the name came. And then we were at I convinced Brent, because I heard of his vocal talent, that we should do an open mic together. And we snuck out. I went over to his house. I suckered him into an open mic at the saloon. Or no, at
Susie's, yeah.
And then we put our name down as Barley Legal, and that was it. That was the first time we played live, and that was January 2009 or December 2009.
Wow.
So there's a little bit more to that story too. So Jason had been asking me for a while to go to open mic.
And I was courting him.
Yeah, and I was like, no, I got to work. I got travel. Had all this stuff going on, and I just didn't have the time. And after about four times or so of asking me to go, he was like, "Well, why don't I just come over and let's just jam out?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, sure. I've got time for that." But going in front of people and singing and rehearsing and all that stuff, I was like, "Yeah, I don't know about that." So he came over and we learned like 3 different songs and we got them down pretty good. And I was like, yeah, pretty cool. And that was after a couple beers. And Carver goes, well, it just happens to be open mic night at Texas Lucy's. You want to go? And I was like, you sly dog. So I went with him, and he knew everybody there, and everybody was super friendly. And they're like, oh my gosh, that was great. Come back. And it just kind of gave me the nudge that I needed to get out and
that was it
again.
Are we still online?
I don't know.
I see ya.
I can't see
good.
you guys, so I don't know.
It's the Brent and Jason show, starring Brent and Jason,
Boom.
and nobody else.
Oh,
Amazing.
All right. Well, I guess we'll.
hey.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah.
I love
There
that
he is.
story. There I am. Sorry.
What a story.
Sorry. Great story.
So with extra sponsorship with Jameson, then.
JMO.
Yeah, the Jameson sponsorship. But today's show is brought to you by Project Barley Brewing Company. Go to
That's right.
projectbarley.com. I think that's a great story. Like you brewed the world's worst beer, and then became a band, and then you changed the band name to Just Barley.
Well, we about halfway through started playing bigger and bigger shows, and we had these couple shows. Like the last one, the camel, the straw that broke the camel's back was the Pollywog Park show, where we were playing to a few thousand people, and people would bring their kids down to buy a T-shirt, and then realize that they could not buy that T-shirt for a kid. And that really changed our mindset of saying, hey, we need to turn this
Yeah, because
thing
Google
into a
would
brand.
auto-correct you, right?
Yeah, so we're like, let's turn this thing into a brand and take that approach, take the like Billabong, Quicksilver type approach, and that's when we created the icon and created Barley instead of Barley, dropped the legal, and and the music started.
Why did we drop the legal again, Jason? What was the reason for that?
You joined the band at that point, didn't you?
Oh, I did. I remember why. I just wanted you to say it. I would just encourage anybody not to Google Barley legal, because what you get back is not us.
That is
Right.
not us. A lot of people
You might like it more than us.
I mean, people lost a lot of time because of that. We can take credit for that, I guess. But
During the pandemic, I think,
the name, we should have brought the name back for the pandemic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But do not Google that.
We've known you almost that whole time, right, Billy?
Yeah, it's you. Yeah, like I said, I think I don't know if I was there at the very first show, but like when you guys were starting up, Barley, I was hanging with Jay and Nate a lot, and I was living in Hermosa, and Spider God, my old band, was playing a lot, and we all kind of became
friends. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that picture you posted of us playing golf in silly pants, that had to be around.
That's
That had to be around the beginning.
Well, yeah, because Jay was living at for those watching, excuse this little trip down memory lane, because we've been friends for a long time, but Jay was living at the truck stop, not a literal truck stop, but his place they called the Truck Stop Lounge, which was frequently a stop after anything that went, just like
It was
my
open
place
later than any other bar around town.
much like my place up behind Spider. The truck stop was very much a stop after anything else was going on, and he had an actual bar built in his living room.
Yeah, and actual truckers too. They would show up.
He had one of the diviest dive bars, like
It was diving.
Well, his place was, but the place like a block away from was worse. I can't remember the name of that place. But and then you guys
the Mayfair.
The Mayfair, that was it.
Elias Mayfair.
Yeah, and I got to put this up there because you'll remember this.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, you guys played. You guys got out on the track with Bob Loja. Bob Loja.
Saxy actually got on the track that day.
You all did. There's photos of it.
Yeah, we all did.
Yeah.
Saxy tried to run the track on Brent's back.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. There's some great photos of that, and I don't have them queued up, but there's there's some great pictures of that. But that was whenever you guys played the OC Music or the Jim Murray Foundation event, it was always a blast. We had a good time, and
That was a great event.
yeah, yeah. You have Tommy Lasorda and Bob Loja and so many greats, so many greats. Well, do we want to wait on? We got about a half an hour left. Jason, you want to do a song, or we play the new track yet?
Yeah, whatever you. Saxy's prepared to play a song, and me and Brent will do a song. You
Well,
want to?
let's start doing some music. Yeah,
Let's do
Saxy,
some
you want to do a
music.
song?
Yeah.
Everybody's been hanging out. Like, are they gonna play some fucking music? So let's play some music. Yeah, sounds good. We've talked long enough.
You ready, Saxy?
Oh yeah.
Make sure you
All right.
turn that auto gain off, and we'll mute ourselves. And
Yeah,
right.
there we go.
I'm gonna yell one here during your set also.
But shouldn't we set this up, Jason?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Well, this song is a new song worked at by Jason that's still in progress, but we have made a lot of. One of the advantages of having this time to work remotely is that it's kind of got us focused on doing some new content. So this song is called Echoes. It's about echoes, and I will play it at the best of my ability. And it's still work in progress, but hopefully you guys will like it. All right, let me turn up my.
All right, Saxy, get it.
There we go.
Your first Barley original lead too.
I'm gonna. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, no covers this time. All right. Here we go. Can you guys hear some, oh, can I hear some piano? How about that? Let's get that turned up. I think that's pretty good. All right, cool. Here we go. This is Echoes. Born to run where the sand meets the sun. The air smells of whiskey and rhyme, hanging out under stars that blanket the sky, with echoes of a beautiful life. Oh, with echoes saying everything's gonna be alright. Raise them up and believe if we shine a light, everything's gonna be alright now. Say what you will, be kind and be real. Be whatever that you wish to find. When you give yourself to the stars that blanket the sky, with echoes of a beautiful life. Oh, with echoes saying everything's gonna be alright. Raise them up and believe if we shine the light, everything's gonna be alright now. Yeah. Everything gonna be alright. Raise them up and believe if we shine a light, everything gonna be alright now. Come tomorrow, the love that we borrowed, give back what we leave behind. Shine a light through the stars that blanket the sky. Echoes of a beautiful life that just you and I. Oh, let me do that again. Sorry, guys. New song. Just getting
Get it, Saxy. You got it.
Jason has lots of words in his song. Here we go. Shine a light through the stars that blanket the sky. Echoes of a beautiful life that to my side. Echoes of a beautiful fire with whiskey and rhyme, saying everything gonna be alright if we shine a light. With echoes of a beautiful life, oh, with echoes saying everything's gonna be alright.
A voice actor.
There we go.
Steven, I had no idea you could play piano.
Apparently, I can't.
He can do it all.
I
He
do all
literally does everything.
piano and singing at the same time. That's the key.
Playing and singing, yeah. You can't really sing and play saxophone at the same time. That's kind of tough.
That's still to come.
They're working on that.
Yes.
Jason? There you are.
We're getting our guitar ready to play a song.
Okay, great. Well, do you want me to roll the new track while you're getting tuned up?
Oh yeah, let's do that. That would be great.
Let me pull that up right now, and there's no video yet for it. It's just going to be audio. But let's listen to.
Let's hear it.
The new track from Barley. It's called "Rollin' Bones" off the new album Pacificana. Check it out.
I can't hear it.
Oh, all right. Hold on. Sorry, somebody screwed up the way he shared it. Hold tight, folks. We'll make this happen. Hey, you're back. Hold on. Let me make this very more. Oh, there. Share audio. Let's try that again. The new track off Pacificana, "Rollin' Bones."
Make peace with the struggle in our lives. Break free from the rubble and survive. Good friends are what we are. Seasoned and battle scarred. These clever minds for made up thoughts. Music of hope and love and loss. With 1,000,000 record souls comes one completely made of gold. Under the lights, rolling cars, we
damn.
Woo! Yeah.
Hey.
That is a. Yeah, I'm a crap player like you guys. I know we've played craps together.
Horn
And
high yo, Billy.
Horn High Yo, I mean, Jay Constable's bachelor party.
You were on that trip.
Dude, we took that casino for so much money on the crap table because we all followed Nate.
I've never had an experience like that.
Oh my God.
Playing craps together, having people walking through the elevator the next day, having people call our names out.
Yeah, right.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I get this like from across the casino, caviar.
Oh
Last night, buddy. And we're
my
like,
God.
What happened last night?
So Carver, when we just said to Billy you were on that trip, were you reminding him that he was on that trip?
No, I remember. I mean, there's photographic evidence of all of it, I believe. Most of it.
I didn't know how clear it was that trip, that the song had a lot of references to that specific trip.
Yeah. I remember running in, was it we were late night, we're in the bar and we ran into like the horn section from like Bobby Womack's band or somebody's Nate like news people, and we were like the most random place. We weren't in Vegas, we were at State Line. So for him to run into like three like horn players that he knew was bizarre.
That is just a constant thing for us with Barley trips, was Nate LaPointe running into Bobby Womack's name.
I gotta
random places.
Oh yeah, I gotta put this up because
there it is.
God bless my mother. She reminded, and not only did she remind us, but she sent me the picture of you guys with Bob Loja at Santa Anita.
The dirtiest joke teller ever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was a very dirty joke teller.
I look very different in that picture, actually.
You do. That sexy blonde hair you got in that picture.
Yeah, that's the guy right next to Roger, on the left of Roger, or left of Bob is Roger Malinowski, your original keyboard player, who now is the owner.
That's not true. He was our third keyboard player.
Oh, really? I thought he was the OG. No, okay.
No, that's Mike Morano. Remember Mike Morano?
No, Mike Morano. That's right. Okay.
Gorgeous Mike Morano.
Right.
And then, Shag Ular played with us for a little bit, and then Malinowski jumped in, and Shag jumped back in, and then Russ, the official Barley keyboard player, we finally found him after.
Except hang on. Then there was a show where we ran into we were all at a concert, and I can't remember where it was. It might have even been Kaboo. I don't know what it was, but I was going out of town. And we ran into Roger, and just as I was leaving, I just got this weird feeling like I was leaving my girlfriend with her ex. And then I go on my trip, and I get on Facebook, and there's Roger playing a gig with Barley. I'm like, damn it, Jason.
No!
We still hook up with him every once in a while.
Yeah.
Well, he was the center squarer.
He was a center square
a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, he was.
He was a center square.
Roger, for those who don't know, Roger is now the official owner of the Huck Finn Jubilee Music Festival on Ontario.
Great festival.
It's a great festival. It's a bluegrass festival. Normally happens in October, late September, early October. And as far as I know, it's still on, but I haven't talked to Roger. I got to have him on here.
Well, I think they were talking about postponing it. Was the last we heard from Roger on our video a couple weeks ago.
Well, shit, we got about 20 minutes left. Yeah, that's that would make Brent the thoroughbred and Steven the jockey.
That's right, shortest guy in the band.
They are running at Santa Anita right now. For those who care. Friday, Saturday, Sundays, I believe.
Oh, they are.
And Dave has a horse running tomorrow. So, if you can.
Sorry, I wanted to put on some
TVG.
TV. People were asking for sports, so I had to ask them whether they wanted Korean baseball or cornhole.
At least it's not Russian slap fighting.
Right.
What is that?
Marble racing.
Oh, you haven't seen that yet?
Russian slap fighting?
Oh, the Russians. It's kind of like arm wrestling, except big guys haul back and slap the shit out of the guy across the table from him with one foul, and it's the guy who can take it the longest. It's.
I gotta say, I'm in. Let's do it. I want to see it.
I'm sure you're in. I'm sure you're in.
I want to go first. So, Brent, take your shirt off.
How are things going down at Project Barley right now? Good.
They're good. The
Few more people rolling in.
They're rolling in and out. You
Yeah,
know,
right on.
Max capacity is right now.
It's great. It's great to see a local business like being able to like get back open and properly social distance and properly.
Yeah, everyone's in their spots. They're wiping down everything constantly.
Good.
She's working her butt off. So
I love it.
It's a good scene over here right now. It's
I love it. I
see 'em
love it.
working.
Again, Project Barley. It's let me give you guys the link. Jason's at Project Barley Brewing Company, and projectbarley.com is their website. If you're in the South Bay, they'll deliver. If you're beyond the South Bay, just go visit them. But it's a great. They brew great beer, and the band is associated with. So it's all great. Jason, you want to do a song for us?
Let's do a song. We'll see if
can Brent get back over there?
Brent's got Russian slap fighting on the TV now, so we can get him back to do a song.
There he is.
I'm ready.
We'll check the audio. You probably can't hear that.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. You probably can't hear it.
Saxy, I love your
Can
background.
you guys hear the background music? Or are we okay with that?
I think we're all right.
All right, I'm gonna check the audio. You give me a thumbs up, and we'll roll.
All right.
Disabling audio processing. So mute your mics. Oh.
So this is where we take our shirts off?
Yeah. All right. Ready?
Yeah. The video.
So much technology going on right now.
Southern California, Santa Cross, 4-mile van, tripping south San Diego. With a couple of friends on the open road, a case of beer and a burning stove, singing songs about tomorrow. And along the way as we ride on the Pacific Coast Highway line, find ourselves again. Throw me into the fire, let the rhythm burn my desire to a higher love, to surrender all I am. I surrender all I am. Follow me, my love, we're going to Neverland. Follow me, my love, we're going to Neverland. We're born to live in Neverland with Captain Hook and Peter Pan. We have sworn to never grow old. On a pirate ship along the coast, from southern waters to the golden gates of San Francisco. And as the moon drips down, visions of folk technicolor sound, we find ourselves again. Throw me into the fire, let the rhythm burn my desire for a higher love, to surrender all I am. I surrender all I am. Where's Saxy on that, man?
Saxy, play your sax.
Follow me, my love, We're going to Neverland. Follow me, my love. We're going to Neverland.
Breakdown. Need more hands.
Follow me, my love. We're going to Neverland, a higher love. Neverland, a higher love. Neverland. Oh, Neverland. Oh, Neverland. Throw me into the fire. Let the rhythm burn my desire to surrender all I am. I surrender all I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Live
Warmed up about
applause.
Sorry, we're doing a video stream over here. It's live from Project Barley. It's our audience here.
Only a couple mess ups.
Yeah. We don't usually play that acoustic too many times, so
Hey, it's all coming back. I'm remembering it.
it's all coming back.
Well, that's on the new album.
Yep, that was Neverland from
Neverland.
the new album. You can come here and get a Neverland IPA,
Yeah.
That's true.
named after that song. It's actually my favorite beer here. It is delicious.
You're an IPA guy.
I'm drinking the M Days right now.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it's so good.
So good.
Yeah. So the album again, Pacificana, coming out not too long from now. Right?
Jason, did you cut off that feedback?
Yeah, Jason, we're getting feedback.
I have like so many.
Can you turn off the
And turn your mic processing back on.
Oh, sorry.
I'm hearing myself multiple times. Hello. There we go.
All right, there we go.
All right. Thank you. Make everybody's ears happy. So the new album, Americana, that song is on it. I remember we shot
Pacificana.
or Pacificana. Shit, why do I keep doing that?
Are you allowed to swear on the internet, Billy?
Yes. I'm gonna just tick that box right here. I dropped an F-bomb like 2 weeks ago, and didn't even just rolled right through it. And apparently, CNN, I've noticed on this live coverage of all the tragedy that's going down right now in the world, they've been broadcasting a lot of F-bombs.
Oh, wow, yeah.
I've heard.
I've learned some new words in the last 3 months.
Yeah, let's put them in the profanity bank and use them later.
Well, let's send some love that way. Hopefully that situation starts to...
Yeah, I don't like to get too political on this, but it is just tragic what's going on.
It's bad scenes, bad, really bad thing that happens. And
Yeah.
trying to talk to the kids about it this morning. It's a
Do they
new
understand?
world. The what?
Do they understand what's going on?
A little bit, and so we're getting there. But it's good to talk about and good to get in their worldview.
Don't keep them in the dark.
Yeah, so hopefully it'll be different when they get our age.
That'll be a few years. Hopefully by the time they're our age, we'll be over this shit.
Right.
And we'll get past this, right? How old's your Saxy? How old's your? You have one or two?
We got two, and one is 5 years old and one's 15.
One's 5, one's 15.
Yep. The
Jason,
daughter
yours are
section.
a little younger.
Yeah. Well, she gets a lot of the social justice warrior stuff, kind of, in her age group. So she's always very conscious and very protective of people's rights.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it's important to, it's important to be aware of not only yourself and your world, but everybody else's world. It's like it's not you can't live in your own little bubble anymore. You got to be aware of what everybody else is doing.
The best phrase that it's been around for a long time, but I like everyone talking about being, instead of being non-racist, being anti-racist.
Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking out against it versus just not living it.
I just can't. I can't stand to watch this. The world. It's like I don't remember. I was talking to somebody last night. They said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "I'm watching the world burn." Because I was literally watching the world burn.
Yeah.
It's not a joke. It's like that. 6 months ago, what are you doing? Oh, I'm just watching the world burn because we're all kind of fucked up as it is. But
not in Australia.
Literally, we are. Yeah, not in Australia, right?
Or the Amazon.
Yeah, or California during about 3 months of the year. But we were physically, literally watching the world burn. It's just tragic, and so hopefully we can get past this and move on to a better place.
Absolutely.
We got like 5 minutes left. You want to do another song, or Taxi, or Jason, or really this is the part where I throw it to Nate.
One more, Brent, or are you busy? Yeah, Brent can do one more.
All right, Brent wants to do one more.
I'll do one more.
Oh, nationwide. Whenever you guys
hang on.
Remember.
Hang on. One more story about the reporting of Pacificana.
We'll get ready while you.
All right.
Yep. So Saxy drops those nationwide licks into our shows for reasons I've never completely understood. But we had a trumpet player, Trumpete Carlson, who was accompanying Saxy on certain things, and Saxy had given him sheet music and charts on how to play along. So we're at a rehearsal with Pete, and apparently Pete is like Ron Burgundy and the teleprompter, where if you just put something in the sheet music, he's going to play it. So we do a take, and Saxy's not even there, and we finish the song, and then there's like a 4-measure pause, and then Pete does the nationwide theme completely like out of the blue, and Saxy's not even there.
Did you put that in the sheet music?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
It was actually in the demo recordings, and frankly,
that's hilarious.
Yeah, actually, Carver, it may actually be in the album somewhere. You just haven't found it yet.
It's I find it every once in a while during mixing. It's the best. I've gotten to the point where I actually hear it, and when you don't play it, like it's reverberating in my brain. I hear spots where you could play it. Like it's gotten bad.
And that answers your question, Russ. That's why I do it.
Is that your only tease drop? Like
no. Here's the other thing: is Saxy and I, before either of us were in Barley, we played in another band called Rooftop, and Saxy still comes in. I still play with them fairly regularly, and Saxy comes in and plays. And we played a gig at Hermosa Saloon where in every single sax solo, at least once, couple times in some songs, he would throw the nationwide thing in there. And I was the only one in the whole bar who noticed, but I noticed every single time, like every song had a nationwide. And he didn't do it like before or after solo. He would just put it in his solo. And it like he'd be playing like "Missed You" by the Rolling Stones, and do like he put it on beat.
Put it in between
like every single song for 5 hours.
Oh, that's awesome.
That shit with Barley.
Gotta get through.
We'll hunt you down after that show.
Don't tell Scotty.
Yeah, Rooftop is you and Scotty Goldman.
Yep. Phil Clark usually plays with us. Noah and Dave Dennering, Dave K. Some of Scotty's family usually does. Oh, that's the other thing is before he did it, Saxy would lock eyes with me and like it was like a dominance ritual, like do.
Like take that.
Yeah.
4-hour gig, you gotta get through.
Yeah. Find fun reasons to mess with the guys on stage.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
You want to close us out with a song? Where's Brent? It's important
Yeah,
here.
let's we're warming up.
That's all right.
We're gonna do a little Brody song for you.
Right on.
I'm ready.
We'll go back to the first album.
No, Jay. Like while we're waiting on Brent to come over, Jason, you write 99, no, probably 90% of the songs, right?
A lot of them, yeah, and then Jay writes the other ones usually, and then but then in the end we all get together and make it happen.
But like lyrically, you write most of them.
Yeah, lyrically, music. I'll usually write the song and bring it to everyone, and then we'll start getting through it, and then we'll really make it ours. So,
all right.
In the end, it's our song that.
There you go.
Was created. So.
Well, let's close it out with some Brody song.
All right.
And then I'll come back and we'll finish it out. But one more song from Barley. Thanks everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
Carver, did you switch the audio?
No, I'm trying to get the amp working. One sec. Oh, there it goes. All right, I'm switching the audio, and we're going to.
I just turned it up a lot louder.
I'll turn my stuff down. All right, here we go. We've disabled audio processing, and we're back where we were before.
I never mess with that.
I don't know. All right. This one's called Brody Song. 1, 2.
Sitting watching, waiting for your number to call. Like a starstruck poet in the palm of your hand, pressed from the sugar from your land. For a little bit of candy, put my head in the sand. Took you a hold down into Japan, baby, please come to me. Baby, please come to me. From the sun to the moon and the dust of the dawn, rise up and shine where you belong. Like a radio edit to your favorite song, never sweet till you are gone. Baby, please come to me. Baby, please come to me. There you go, la da da da, going down the only road I've ever known. Baby, come back home, la da 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 da. Still alive but so alone. Baby, come back home. Sitting, watching, waiting for a number to call. Sitting, watching, waiting for a number to call. Solo.
Horns.
Horn. Like a lovesick puppy laying down at your feet. Roll over, play there, whatever you need. I'll be a 5-van diamond turning tricks on the street. I took the hell in a first class seat, baby, please come to me. Baby, please come to me. There you go, la da 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 da, going down the only road I've ever known.
Project Barley's in it.
Baby, come back home, la da 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 da, still alive but so alone. Baby, come back home. Sitting, watching, waiting for your number to call. Thank you. Yeah, group.
Now turn your mic processing back on.
I'm back on.
Thank you. That was awesome.
Thank you, Billy.
Especially the live interaction crowd. It's so nice to hear real people respond to what we're doing here. Like instead of like, you know,
Yeah, all 8 of them.
crickets. Hey, that's great, man. I'm so glad
I
you're
know.
back open. I'm so
It's a
glad
start.
Barley's got a new album coming out. In case you missed it, it's Pacificana.
There it is.
Not Pacificana.
West Coast Americana right there.
West Coast Americana. We heard the new track, Rolling Bones, which you can download from iTunes and all the other streaming services. Go to, you see the website right there, barleyhq.com. All the links are there. Thank you guys. This was fun. I'm glad we're going to do it again when the album drops.
Sweet.
Absolutely.
And Russ tells me we can get you guys all playing at the same time from different locations, which will be cool.
I
That'd be
can't.
I'll have it figured out by then.
Yeah.
Go
Tonight.
Cincinnati, here we come.
Yeah, there
Oh,
you
yeah.
go.
Virtual
Tonight-
road.
Tonight, in about 15 minutes, Dead and Company, 11 minutes. Dead and Company will start their show from the Gorge 2016? I think it's 2016 or 2018 from the Gorge.
Nice.
So tune into that. I'm not at all, any way associated other than I'm a big fan. So, and it's always a fun show. I love the new project with Mare. Again, tomorrow night, Phil and Bobby with Trey and Wally Ingram is going to be cool. That's with live streaming, not actual. I mean, the company's called Live, where there's an interactive thing. There's a link on the Shakedown News website to how you can become part of the stream, which is really cool. So tune into that. I literally forgot to research what's coming up next week, other than what I've already told you about. So again, go buy Project Barley beer. Go down to Lomita if you're in the LA area. He's open. What are your new hours? Do you have new hours or?
We haven't figured it out yet.
Okay.
We're gonna be open till 8 tonight, though, and we'll
Till
probably
8?
be open 12 to 7 maybe tomorrow.
Right
I
on.
mean, it's kind of up in the air, so we're
Well,
figuring it out as we go in some capacities, but others we're pretty dialed in. So ours is one of those that's kind of up in the air right now.
well, if you want to get a delicious beer in the South Bay, anywhere between Long Beach and the airport. Not
Yeah.
the Long Beach airport, the LA airport. Anyway, between Long Beach and LAX, you are less than a half an hour from Brent's place.
That's
so
right.
thank you guys. This was fun, and we'll
Thanks
do it
for
again
coming.
real
Thanks for
soon.
coming.
Saxy, Russ, Jason, and Brent. I will see you guys really soon, and we are going out now. Tune
Thanks,
into
man.
Dead and Company tonight. Thanks, guys, again. We'll see you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel, right here on Shakedown News Live.